Here we go. Welcome, everyone. I am Eden Amadora, and it's good to be here with you for our follow-up. Oh, there's the video. Sometimes that happens, and we don't know why. So we get a little blast of music, but we are here now. I'm Eden Amadora, and this is our autumnal equinox ceremony. This is a very special day. We're going to dive into why we gather and offer some really deep, beautiful ceremonial aspects of this special day. Before we do so, I love to feel where you're coming from. If there's a word or something that you're feeling, you can drop it in the chat. And if you're not familiar with Zoom, you can scroll your mouse down to the bottom bar and you'll find the chat. And you'll be able to share your hearts and be witnessed. This is going to be a very participatory event today where you'll get to offer your piece in the ceremony. So I see some familiar faces, lovely beings who have been with me for mystical insights. Welcome, Pat, Rodney, Therese, good to see you. And there's other beauties that have been here in my Enter the Temple calls. Alyssa, Alicia, good to see you, love. And Carol, good to see you again. I would love to hear where you're from. I know we have Carol's from Mountain View. Rhonda is getting her camera on. Rodney's from Oakland. Lennon Leaf from Justine. Welcome back, Keo. Keo is in the Enter the Temple as well. Good to feel your spirit, love. And some of you have been with me for a while. Alexis is in South Lake Tahoe. She's been with me in the Mysterium as my apprentice focalizer, and she's with me today. So I'm going to bring Alexis in so she can say hi too. I'll spotlight both of us. Here we go. So this is my dear friend and apprentice vocalizer, Alexis Craig. She's been a priestess in the mystery school work for, I think we figured out it was like eight or 9 years now. It's been a beautiful journey together. And I'm so happy to have you lending your gifts and your voice into this ceremony. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
So Alexis and I are together in our current Enter the Temple program. And we're going to be inviting you to join us once again for the deepening year-long training, the Mysterium, at the beginning of next year around Imbolc. And oh yeah, it is just such a beautiful thing to journey with like-hearted souls and to go really deep into the divine feminine mysteries. So thank you for being such an ally on that journey, and we'll share more about that later. I'm going to pop you off the screen and bring you back in later. Okay. So my loves, I want to invite you to stay as long as you can. I know that it's such a blessing to even have you here in the middle of the day for some of you on a Friday. A lot of us are like, oh, it's finally Friday. And thank you for choosing to spend this sacred time with us and to make it meaningful for you to weave ceremony into your lives. And for those of you on Facebook and YouTube, you're with us in spirit and you can chat in the comments, and Kim will be letting me know what you are sharing. I also would love you to sign up and receive the link to the Zoom. So Kim, maybe you can pop that link into the comments right now. So if they find this and want to join. We're going to have a very special gift towards the end. If you do join and you're here with us on Zoom, I'm going to pop into the chat a beautiful gift that I created for my community to just be an ally to you as we move towards the holidays. It's often a time of going towards the darkness of winter and needing a little extra support. Often there's a lot of emotions that come up as we move towards the holidays. So this gift is going to be a really beautiful thing to weave into your life for you. All right, I'm going to give you a little overview now about what this is, why we gather, And before that, even a little more context to how we hold these live spiritual master classes. It's going to be part masterclass in the beginning because our minds want to know, why do we gather? What is this? And how is it so special? And then we're going to dive into the ceremonial part. So let's begin with a little bit more information about why this is such a special time. And Alexis and I have prepared some really cool slides for you as well. So this is a time when light and dark are equal, exactly across the world, northern and southern hemisphere. And I'm going to show an image that really shows that. It's kind of like a cosmic image. So this is an image from space, and you can see the earth kind of behind this darkness and the equator line. So it says, and I'll dive into this, fall equinox heralds a time of light and dark being equal. It literally means, in the Latin definition, when we break down equinox, equal night, equinox, because the planet rotates on an axis. The sun doesn't hit the north and south poles. During an equinox, however, the sun hits the equator just right, and its shadow is perfectly divided over the earth. This natural phenomenon creates a day with 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. Isn't that cool? You can really feel that division right there. And this is a time of celebration. I'm going to pass it to Alexis to share more about that now. Go ahead, Alexis.
Yeah, I mean, my connection to this is a lot more of the earth. So here on the earth, we notice this time as equal day and night. And with that, it's like this time to really recognize this sense of balance between the light and the dark. And when we're feeling into this sense of balance, when you're hearing light and dark, we're not talking about like good and evil. We're really talking about like what's on the outside and what is more inward. So we're moving from a time of more light and more external to a more internal time where we go inwards, both into our houses to stay warm and really also all into our own experience to tend to our inner self. And it's also a time of harvest right now. So this is the time, I mean, you're seeing the pumpkins and all of the fall decorations coming out. So this is this time of bringing things to fruition. And if you are living close to the earth, you are harvesting right now. And our ancestors were certainly harvesting right now and celebrating with gratitude all that has come to be, that has literally fruited and is ready to harvest. So this is this time to be grateful that we have all of these resources and to gather them up because we're going into winter. So it's a time to gather together and to really notice that we have each other as we're going into this time that's colder and darker. That look, we have all these resources and we're in it together and we're ready for the winter. Let's do it. So that's what this is right now.
Thank you so much. That it kind of brought tears to my eyes. I just really feel your heart and the way you were just transmitting that and the gratitude and how it opens the heart. So we're going to dive a lot more into that during our ceremony. I do want to show you for fun how our ancestors all around the world have been celebrating this exact moment for millennia. And there are many structures built specifically to align with this celestial event. I get a kick out of this. This is like my nerdy researcher part that really loves finding all this stuff. So we're going to take you on a brief journey around the world to show you, starting with Chichen Itza. Here at Chichen Itza, you can see how they've designed this temple pyramid to have a serpent that on the equinox forms this snaky shadow right down the side of the pyramid in the on the temple. So the Yucatan Mayans built this in like 2500 AD. The equinox, it must be even earlier than that because we're not there yet. Or after right now. My thing must mean BC. The equinox was so important in their culture. They built religious monuments with architecture, enhancing this phenomenon. This is the pyramid of Kukulkan, built over 1,000 years ago. There we go. Now we got our dates right. They worshipped the feathered snake deity Quetzalcoatl, and this precise angle of the sun allowed the zigzag pattern. This is where people come every year to watch this manifest in real life and celebrate the equinox. So they've been doing it for 1,000 years there. Let's move on to something even older, very, very old. This is an ancient temple in Malta, and I really love this image of it because they've designed this temple that is closer to, it's like 5.5, almost 6,000 years old, for the light to enter and light up the main altar on the equinox. So this is from 3600 BC. And wow, I don't even know how to pronounce this. There's not a lot of vowels in it. I wish that my beloved sister from Malta was here to pop it in the chat if there's another name for it. It's Mnajdra, Menajdra, something like that in Malta. And then we have Angkor Wat, that on the equinoxes, the sun aligns to the highest tower. Isn't that beautiful, in Cambodia? They've been celebrating that since the early 12th century there with this temple. We're going to go to Machu Picchu next. Many of us have been there. I have yet to go. I'm really excited to go one day. And on the equinox, it said that the sun aligns right over this stone in Machu Picchu. It's called the Intihuatana stone. It aligns with the sun on the equinox, and supposedly on a clear day, an orb hovers right over the central part of this stone and casts no shadow. The beings that worshipped and prayed here thousands of years ago would touch their foreheads to the stone to awaken their inner vision to the other worlds. And finally, we're going to end with this amazing monument. It almost looks concave, but it's convex. It's a mound. And this is from Cairn, Ireland, also 3,500 BC. Ancient. There's legends of these people that came to, this is another view of the mound. Now you can see it. The people that came across the vast sea brought farming, cattle, deer, and the ritual and the honoring of the dead by burying them in stone chambers. And the light enters on the equinox right into an opening here. So these ancient people, and here's some stones with their glyphs. In Ireland, they talk about the Tuatha De Danann, which were like the fae folk, the fairy folk that brought their gifts to the people. And yeah, fascinating Irish mythology. So this is the part for our minds to kind of go, wow, this is a very important event that's been happening for millennia with people all across the world. And this is how they kept track of the greater turn of the wheel, by watching the stars, watching and feeling these celestial events. And now, my loves, we're going to dive into the ceremonial part of our time together. And I'm going to bring Alexis back in with me. Let's call in the directions. and begin the ceremony. So take your place and let's feel first for a moment how, as we honor the directions and the elements, they're not outside of us, especially the elemental realm. We are part of nature and they are within us. This helps us feel this interconnectivity. So put a hand on your heart, bring yourself inward for a moment, take a deep breath, and visualize yourself standing in the center of a prayer wheel, like a Native American 4-directional prayer wheel. And we're going to turn and face the east etherically. And I'll call in the east and honor this direction. Hail and welcome to the east, the place of the rising sun, place of the new day, the new dawn, new possibilities. As the golden light showers upon the earth, it awakens us to the wisdom that those wisdom keepers of the East have been carrying for ages. We open to receive this light of pure golden codes of consciousness, and we honor the element of air in the East. Everyone take a nice deep breath into the wings of the heart, the lungs, and feeling as we breathe in this present moment, we open to more inspiration, more presence, more joy. We ask that this prana, this breath, keep clearing the dross of heaviness of mind in this ceremony, that we are awakened through presence, clarity of mind, to take in the beauty of the ceremony and the graciousness and gratitude that is here for us when we are present. Hail and welcome East, welcome air. Now we turn and face the south.
And I call to the south and invoke the element of fire, feeling the fire of the noonday sun. And invite each of us to feel the fire that resides inside of us, the spark of our passion, the fire of our sacred rage, the fire of our metabolism, feeling the heat of our bodies and feeling an etheric bonfire around which we all stand with warmth and connection and beauty, in gratitude for the fire bringing us light and not only warmth for our bodies, but the heat to bake our bread. May this fire burn away all that no longer serves with discernment. Hail and welcome south, welcome fire.
And welcome south, welcome fire. And now we turn and etherically face the west and honor the waters, the mystery of water within our blood, our cells, our tears, our sweat, the waters of life. We are mostly water. Mother, Gaia Terra, mostly water. We give great thanks for this element that makes life possible here. And we honor the record, the memory, memnos, memory, mother. This water that moves from life to life and brings us so much mystery and magic as we tap into our remembrance. We also honor the waters of our emotional body. We ask that they keep clearing, flowing, redirecting, purifying, and moving to higher octaves of beauty in this ceremony and in our lives. Hail and welcome west, welcome water. Turning now etherically and facing the north.
I call to the north and invoke the element of earth. Feeling the earth within our bodies, our bones, our flesh, our structure. Offering gratitude to Mama Gaia, our Mother Earth, as she holds us unconditionally and loves us with her bounty always. In gratitude for the ultimate abundance of the earth and the harvest that we are here to celebrate today. Calling in our allies of all of the kingdoms, the queendoms of the plant realms, the animal realms, the fungal realms, the crystalline realms, all of the realms. And just feeling ourselves held on the earth always. Celebrating the balance that is present here on earth now. Hail and welcome north, welcome earth.
Hail, welcome north, welcome earth. And now we spiral into the center of the wheel and into the center of our own sacred hearts, feeling that hand of light right on your heart chakra, giving it a little spiral, feeling yourself diving into the space behind your hand of light. Deep breath. We open to the center, the Sipapu, as the Hopi Indians would call it, the Native Americans. We step through the singularity into the etheric realm. We honor those beings who love us unconditionally from beyond the veil. Our ancestors, the benevolent ancestors, here for our evolution and awakening. The star kindreds, the angelic ones, ascended ones, feeling the light brighten as if your team of light is standing around you for this ceremony, feeling the love and support that we are drawing from at this time on earth as we honor the unseen realms. They work with us. We give great thanks for the archetypal beings, the mystical beings, the mystery, the great mystery beyond our five senses. And we open our hearts to receive the grace that is showering in at this time of our collective awakening. Hail and welcome, center. Welcome, ether. And before we open our eyes together, I'd like us to visualize, like Alexis invited us to visualize ourselves in a great circle, that we stand together hand in hand around this bonfire on the land. Etherically, we are gathering from all over the world to share in this ceremony. The temple is set. Blessed be. And as we open our eyes now, I'm going to invite that we step through a gate. And Alexis is going to hold this gateway as simply a frequency shift.
I am the gate of empty presence. And I invite you to name anything that you need to lay down right now in order to enter this temple fully empty today. Please share in the chat. What are you laying down here? anything that stands between you and emptiness right now. Vita names self-judgment.
I'm simply going to ring the bowl to transmute this in love and offer it to the earth like compost as Alexis names the things that are coming in.
Dia Therese is laying down all memories. Kyo releases heartbreak and fear. Rhonda lays down anger, resentment, grudges, and self-sabotage. Shayna lays down not letting myself be fully seen. Carol lays down the past. Sheila is leaving behind lack, not enoughness, and self-judgment. Vita from YouTube lays down fear. Sheila laying down obstacles and illusions. Witnessing you. And I invite you, as you're laying down whatever it is for you to really feel in your heart, if this is something you are truly leaving here, or if you are placing it on an altar for transmutation today in this circle. Joanna, laying down guilt and shame. Pamela lays down addictive behavior, shame, and dis-ease. Alicia is leaving behind restlessness and distractions. Lynn and Leaf leaving behind mourning. Corinne says, I let go of all self-judgments, shame of my body, unworthiness, fear of being vulnerable, and of the future. Witnessing you laying this down. I just want to name, if you're watching this as a recording rather than being here live, to please name out loud what you are leaving behind right now. And we are presencing and witnessing you too. Can we ring the bell for whoever's on the recording?
And for those of you on Facebook, feel free to chat in the comments, and I will see it later and witness you for sure. Laying it down for the one, the deep medicine we share here today. It's for all of our transmutation and grace.
Dia Therese is laying down for transformation any memory that is not of life.
I'm thinking she means life.
Life.
Yeah.
Witnessing.
Blessed be.
Sheila laying down clutter on all levels and in all dimensions.
Blessed be. Beautiful. So, my loves, as you continue to lay down that which no longer serves, yes, she, Dia Therese meant love, all that is not love. Witnessing you, Dia Therese. That makes sense. And welcome to Agnes from Malta. Just a moment ago, Agnes, I was showing the beautiful temples in Malta that today the light is shining into the altar to light it right where you are. And if you want to type in the chat, Agnes, the name of that temple, that famous goddess temple there that you probably know very well, we'd love to get the clarification on that. So, my loves, as you could feel, our hearts are one as we witness each other, as we recognize that what you lay down is medicine for me and what I lay down is medicine for you. The more you share, the more that we co-create this ceremony and feel each other as the one heart. And this is what we are moving into as we awaken the heart and move out of the illusion of separation on the planet. We move out of a time where we're oriented in the root chakra survival fears that keep us feeling like we have to compete on this planet to survive. We move into the age of the heart together, where we see each other as human family and the beloveds everywhere, where I am another you in Lakesh Alakin. And so let us dive deeper into this ceremony. Alexis, will you invoke this Starhawk invocation for us?
Absolutely. And I invite you to use the bell with me, please. So I invite you to just close your eyes and feel these words of Starhawk. This is the time of harvest, of thanksgiving, gratitude, and joy. Now, day and night are equal in perfect balance. And we give thought to the balance and flow within our own lives. The Sun King has become the Lord of Shadows. Sailing west, we follow him into the dark. Life declines. The season of barrenness is upon us. Yet we give thanks for that which we have reaped and gathered. We turn the wheel and weave the cord of life that will sustain us through the dark. Blessed be.
Blessed, blessed be. Let us dive inward now to experience a meditation to find the balance point within. I'm going to take you on a beautiful guided journey. So this is a time to get comfortable, to close your eyes. If you're watching the replay, you can pause it if you need to create a quiet and safe, sacred space for yourself and get a cushion. Here we go. I'm going to invite everyone to first cup their left hand using our hands of light, these sacred tools, feeling the feminine essence on the left like a chalice, bringing this chalice to the lower belly, the womb space, the hara, the dantian, right under the navel, and feeling this as an invitation to open the chalice of your being to receive. Whether you're in a male or female body, feeling that feminine essence energy of receptivity activate. And now we activate the right side and the right hand of light, forming a blade or a sword. And if you would like even more clarity and focus, you can place your right forefinger to your right thumb. Diamond mind clarity. Deep breath. We reach up to the soul star chakra above our crowns, honoring solar logos, this light of consciousness. And we tap in with our middle finger. You can raise your heart, even raise your chin, feeling the receptivity as we draw that light from the sun down into our crown, dialing open the crown as the hand of light moves right in front of it, feeling the receptiveness of our physical body temples opening to more light. Deep breath. Bringing this hand of light with the mudra in front of the brow now, awakening the light sensitive parts of our brain, the pineal, the pituitary, the hippocampus, opening the eye that sees beyond the veil, that sees through the illusion of separation, the eye that sees light behind all appearances. We open that together in unity. And scrolling the hand of light down, holding it in front of the lips as you bow your chin, opening the base of the skull, opening the lesser known chakra of clear listening, clairaudience, opening to listen. Beyond the veil, a goddess creates an entire world simply by listening. Deep breath as we lift the chin and activate the throat, bringing in an inner smile, a sweetness, and we swallow this golden liquid light down. Awakening the throat chakra that we may be the mouthpiece of the goddess, that we may speak in alignment with this clear seeing and clear listening in our walk, that we become those transmitters for this divine light to shine through our voices. Deep breath. Bringing this mudra down into the torso area in front of the high heart and the heart, leaning back, bringing the crown back and the heart forward, feeling this heart chakra activated in remembrance of our interconnectedness, the unity of our presence here in the one heart. We open the sacred heart, we step through this portal, and we remember a grateful, open heart is a dimensional doorway. Breathing and receiving these light codes now even further down the central channel, lighting up our Sushumna, golden liquid light flowing down as the hand of light comes to the solar plexus, feeling with your breath and opening this inner sun, this power center aligned with love, empowered, responsive power to respond moment to moment from our heart, knowing this is true power. Breathing down the light through the belly, down past the navel, and letting these hands of light fall softly upon one another like a yin yang, right in front of the womb space, the hara. And for a moment, just feel all of that light coming down to the root, down to the very base, the perineum, anchoring these light codes now down past the hips, thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles. And if you can press your feet down, wiggle your toes, feel the soul chakras opening, grounding this light in your walk in beauty on this beautiful earth. Feeling a grounding cord tapping in into the body of the mother, dropping together like acupuncture needles all around the world. We're little light nodes. For the one, we attune this light, rooting grace on earth together. Feeling this going down into the belly of the mother, down into her heart, tapping in and receiving her love back through our grounding cords. We're forming this interconnected light root system around the planet now. Deep breath, drawing it back up to your root, And then letting your hands of light float upward like wings by your heart, opening to the side, palms heavenward. As you drink that light back up your central channel, feel the heart as a center point between the above and below. And let the light now ripple out horizontally, radially into your life, feeling your love, your gratitude, your presence expand so that you walk in this aura, this amazing emanation, supported. Feel all your nearest and dearest being blessed by this ripple. Feel yourself as that emissary on this horizontal plane of our human family into your community, into the collective where you live. Feel all of us now blanketing the earth with this horizontal radial ripple. And feeling yourself now in the balance point in the center, your heart as the center point. Feeling your right wing that expands from the back heart and expands with that right arm and hand of light that is extending to the right. And feel that as your masculine essence wing. This power to do, to create, the courageous warrior of light. This part of you that is ready for action, to leap. And feel that wing lit bright. And now feeling your left feminine side, your feminine essence wing, expanding in its creativity, its flow, its feeling and receptivity, allowing that part of you that is intuitive to expand, to activate, to open, to receive. And very gently, as you expand to your full magnificence, your full radiance, it's almost like this big embrace of the cosmic light, opening to let more in. And then we're going to draw these two sides inward towards the heart center, masculine and feminine, right and left. Right to the heart, pressing your hands of light together at your heart and interlocking your fingers and feeling this union. Deep breath. And as you feel this interconnectedness in the center of the above and below and the left and the right, feeling also in the center of your inner eye, in the center of the lobes of your brain, a brightening and an infinity loop, golden liquid light infinity loop that flows between your right brain and your left brain, finding that harmonizing, that balancing within, activating right brain, left brain, corpus callosum, Buddhic, oversoul, feeling this part of you that is beyond masculine, feminine. It's pure soul light. Deep breath and letting this radiance wash your robes of light, opening your clasped hands like a cup with your pinky tips and thumb tips together. We raise this chalice, this Padma Mudra, the lotus to our third eye and to the great above. And we lift it to the one heart that all beings remember to walk in this balance within, in this grace, in this gratitude, and letting those hands of light float down like big soft wings, coming all the way back down to your lap, holding them open, and just feel the beauty that you've cultivated in the inner, that this is here for you to return to. This is your birthright, this peace, this gratitude, this ease. We give thanks for this day. We give thanks for this chance to gather and play in this way. We give thanks for the great mystery, for the awakening of our heart, And we continue to bow in humble nobility and noble humility. Feeling here before we open our eyes, beloveds, if there is a symbol for your balance, your wholeness, or your sovereignty in the heart, feeling what this is. It might be a color, it might be a geometry, it might be an image that arises very clearly from your inner knowing, just receiving that symbol. Breathing and receiving whatever the mystery reveals as we gently now transition, opening our eyes, letting a little bit of light in with a downward gaze. We scroll slowly up, and I bow to you in deep honoring of this journey that we're all on together. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. This is a time to take your water and to bless yourself. I'm going to actually add more water to my chalice. So taking your water, as we are mostly water, and we drink of the waters of remembrance to alchemize anything less than love. Drink of the waters of remembrance, transfiguration through grace. Blessed be. If you received anything that is a symbol, an image, an awareness from the inner journey that you would like to share as medicine, to be witnessed, to be held, to offer into this field, you may do so in the chat. We love to feel that weave from the great mystery, what we receive in these journeys. Alexa said, I receive the symbol of a rainbow over a mountain. Beautiful. Wow, powerful. And Agnes from Malta, thank you. She's letting us know the name of that particular temple is the Hagar Quim, meaning sacred big stones. And she gives thanks for acknowledging our sacred land. So good to feel you here, Agnes. Thank you. Yes, whatever you received, even if you were just washed by a golden light, if you felt peace, if you were aware of something that would support you right now. Sarah says she received that infinity loop, that it was very obvious and felt that. Blessed be. That is a practice that you can continue to work with for inner balancing and harmonizing. When you feel stressed, when you're meditating, to keep that infinity loop practice going. Very powerful. Beautiful. Rhonda received a symbol resembling the Om symbol. Wow. Beautiful. The primordial sound of creation, the Om vibration. Beautiful. Carol said, I received the symbol of a vibrating heart. Awesome. I am often watching a light show in these inner meditations, the different colors that reveal. The language of light is our divine mother tongue. It speaks to us in color, in feelings, in sacred geometries, and in sound vibrations. Often people will say, I'm receiving this light language, the vibration, sound, light, color, all connected. Beautiful. Alicia received a bright North Star symbol. Yes, so I'm receiving a private message to someone who came in a bit later in the journey. This will be sent as a replay. And if you came in today through the link, through the email, you will definitely be on the list. And for those of you on Facebook, YouTube that want the entire journey or replay, it's not too late to sign up with the link so that you can receive that as well. Kyo, I received a lotus blossoming from my heart, and then a diamond shape appeared afterward. Beautiful, Kyo. Randy's just feeling the vibes. Got a big thank you. Yes. Together we can raise our frequency. That is the nature of inner alchemy. So together we are raising our frequency and opening to these light codes. Alchemy is simply the raising of frequency, and we're expanding our capacity to hold light together. So beautiful. Thank you for all your shares. I'm feeling to sing a song together. This is just a short song connected to that Starhawk invocation, actually, that Alexis read. And you can feel as the Starhawk invocation said, sailing west, we follow the sun into the darker days. So let us set sail together. Is the music, background music loud, or should I turn it down a little bit, or is it so-so? I'll turn it down a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Set sail, set sail. One thing becomes another in the mother, in the mother. Set sail, set sail. So repeating after me, Alexis, why don't you pop it in the chat so people can feel it and sing it at the same time? Ready? Deep breath. Set sail, set sail. One thing becomes another in the mother, in the mother. Set sail, set sail, set sail, set sail. One thing becomes another in the mother, in the mother. Set sail, set sail. This is actually most beautiful as a round. And if only Zoom had that capacity, we could sing it together as a round. So I'm feeling to sing another very traditional goddess song in honoring the earth that is less of a round, and that is, we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. So let's do that one together. We'll do it little bit by little bit. Repeat after me. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Beautiful. Let's put it together. Ready? Deep breath. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. And then the second verse is hoof and horn, hoof and horn. All that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, all that dies shall rise again. So let's do that part as we celebrate this autumnal harvest. Hoof and horn, hoof and horn. All that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, all that dies shall rise again. And we'll put that one together, then we're going to do the whole thing. Ready? Hoof and horn, hoof and horn, all that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, all that dies shall rise again. Now we're going to do one big arc. Ready? Deep breath. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Hoof and horn, hoof and horn, all that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, all that dies shall rise again. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. So good to sing together. So good for our hearts. Love it. This is a big part of our Enter the Temple this year. We are singing a lot. We're activating the voice, awakening the voice. And as we do so, we open our hearts. We come into a higher frequency. You can shift consciousness very, very quickly with sound. It's a key, a practical priestess skill and tool, which we're also going to be building upon in our Mysterium that starts next year. Lots of priestess tools and skills for our modern world. So I'm going to invite Kim. She got the telephone message. She just did it before I said anything. So in the chat, Kim has dropped a link to find out more about the Mysterium. And Kim, is that the link to get on the waiting list for the Mysterium? Great. So we're going to be giving you a lot more information about how you can be a part of this training and how to make that manageable by coming in early so that you have a more easeful way to pay for the Mysterium over a longer arc of time. Because it is a very deep priestess training, it is an energy exchange that reflects and honors that. We give a lot of time. There's something every week. We go through one deep goddess temple a month and nurture you the whole way through very deeply. So you can find out more there. Kim dropped that. You can drop it in the Facebook and YouTube as well, Kim. And that is EdenAmadora.com/mysterium-priestess-training. This world needs more of us who are here in love and service, whether you ever call yourself a priestess or not. It doesn't matter. It is about being on a path of service for the collective awakening. That's what it is to be a priestess in these modern times. It is to be devoted to your own awakening heart, to be in direct communion with that inner listening to the divine, and then to assist and serve humanity at this time. So for those who are feeling that call, check out the link. And we're going to dive deeper into a very interactive ceremonial part of this ceremony now by you getting to feel deeply into what you are bringing into balance. So take a moment again to put your hand on your heart. We did that beautiful inner balancing energetically. And now it is a time to feel into your life, into the way you have been approaching your life, the patterns that maybe you can kind of watch where I could come into more balance in my giving and receiving, for example, in my doing and resting. So I'm going to invite you to contemplate deeply where your life would be served by coming into even deeper balance, greater balance. And what could you release to compost into the darkness, into the earth, to bring more of another pattern that would serve you into the light, to create more harmony and balance? So, feeling into what you would release to come into balance and letting it go in the chat right now. Like, what patterns? Maybe it's overdoing, overgiving, busyness, mindless scrolling, staying up too late. I'm naming a few of my very bad habits right now. So, inauthenticity and vulnerability. This is what I am composting into the earth right here, right now. So I'll ring the bowl for that, transmutating that pattern in love to bring in the light of more self-care for me. Corrine is saying, so blissful. This has been delicious for my heart and body. Yes, thank you. And Catherine, you will definitely get the recording, the replay, probably by this evening. You're also going to receive another gift towards the end of this that you can grab from the chat. So stay on. We're going to go a bit deeper. Agnes, thank you for naming what she is bringing into balance. Her past and her future are coming into balance by being more present in the now. Blessed be witnessing that wisdom. There's no time like now. Present in the present moment is where it's all happening. Love that. What are you releasing to bring yourself into more balance? What habit? What pattern? What maybe overdue change are you ready to name and be empowered by naming and being witnessed? Rhonda, releasing procrastination, bringing balance to giving and receiving. Blessed be. Sarah, releasing fear and perceived limitations, releasing procrastination as well, and releasing belief in lack for the one at this time of harvest, expanding into the abundance that surrounds, seeing that and the gratitude for that, for the one heart. Blessed be. Yes. What are you releasing? Give it up in the chat for the one. I want to support that process for us to really continue to track this over the arc of this equinox. We're at the very beginning, tomorrow, the 21st, the 22nd, very potent time for ritual. Alexis says, letting go of worrying, future tripping, and lack of self-care. Witnessing you that, laying that down into the earth, composting it very deeply so that you can be in more joy and present moment awareness and creativity. Blessed be. Carol, releasing procrastination. We've got a lot of procrastinators here, and I know that part in myself. For the one, we're releasing that to find balance and being in the flow. Aho, for the one. Alicia, releasing to be composted, overthinking, perfectionism, scarcity mindset, and mindlessly looking at my phone. Yes, for the one, thank you. The escapism to not feel, to actually numb out. We're releasing that too. Thank you for naming perfectionism. I know it is a deep shadow for the one to release at this time so we can be in joy and present. Beautiful. And share our gifts, right? Without contracting like it's not good enough. Blessed be. Dia Therese is releasing the overused phrase, I don't feel like doing that right now. And Dia Therese, as you release that phrase, I just encourage you to be true to your heart. If you don't feel like doing something, simply say, no, thank you. Like, this is sacred boundaries, right? Just feel what you do, what your heart leaps for, and choose that to move that into balance. Blessed be. Yes. Vida says, I am letting go of putting pressure on myself and doing so darn much. You can feel this collective shadow of overdoing, overgiving, busyness, perfectionism, like I have to do it all myself. It's a really big piece of a shadow of the great mother, the overdoing, overgiving. So we now activate the light of the great mother within ourselves that is to surrender and receive and be in that ease and that grace. Blessed be. Corrine, letting go of comparison with others. And of being not enough or feeling the illusion of not enoughness. I really want to hold you in that distinction. If there's a feeling of being not enough, it's a very young part that got programmed and it is not the truth. And for the one that we recognize, that little part just needs an arm around it from our big self saying, you are exactly beautiful, perfectly imperfect, and more than enough. For the one, we are healing those parts. Blessed be. Dia Therese, giving yourself grace, feeling you and what you are wrestling with, I know very deeply. You have so much right to say no, thank you, and to self nurture, self care. So holding you in that full permission from within. Blessed be. Wonderful. Thank you for your shares. We co-create the magic of the ceremony the more you share your heart. And I'm just so touched with all the beauty that's been flowing through the chat. And remember, even if you're catching this later, if you want to share on the YouTube and the Facebook, I receive all of your shares and you are with us in spirit. So please feel free to share your voices. Let's just feel all that we've released, kind of shaking out like of our hands and just giving it a little shoo, into the earth. You can snap, you can brush your body, giving it to mama. She can compost it for more fruits and flowers. That is the power of the earth as the great composter. Thank you, Mama Gaia. We give you our residue. We give you our compost, and you bring us bounty and beauty, fruits and flowers. So good. Alexis, will you take us a little deeper into the mystery?
Thanks. Okay. So I want to share a little bit right now about a plant that I currently hold dear, which is dandelions. So when I was a little kid, dandelions were magical. You find one outside and make a wish and blow, and there's all these little fairies going away to grant your wishes. And then as I got older, I learned that dandelions were a weed and that this was something that I should at least pull, if not poison, to get it out of my space. And then later, in wisdom and learning and really evolving, I found out that dandelions are actually deep medicine and that there are so many benefits of these dandelions from whether it's the leaves or the roots or the flowers. The whole thing is this beautiful medicinal plant that is here not only to grant my wishes, but to offer health and vitality. So I've just been really feeling into that, especially right now at this harvest time. This is the time I can go out in my yard and to harvest the dandelion roots that have been there growing plentifully all summer. And I've just been feeling how this in some way represents the way that I've treated certain parts of myself. Parts that were in my very young self innately magical. But as I got older, I was told that they were not welcome here and that I poisoned myself in trying to get rid of these pieces of me, or pluck it and remove it and get rid of it. And now these same parts are these beautiful offerings of medicine in my life. So I just really invite you to feel into this metaphor for yourself. And I'm offering us a chance to really reclaim any parts that you may have disowned, especially at this time right now where we are going into from the light into the dark. This is the precipice of majority of light into dominance of dark, right? So this is a time for us to look inward and to really set intention as we go into these darker days with what is it that is in there that maybe we can start to hold with more honoring, and to really cultivate in the inner worlds as we go through this portal of the autumn and the winter and the dark. So if you can relate to this, and if you have any parts inside of you that you've disowned, that you've poisoned yourself with, that you're ready to reclaim now, I'm inviting you to share. For me, this looks like it really feels like it's like my weirdness. It's like all of the ways that I feel like it's the nerdiness. It's the parts where I am ready to tell you a million facts about something that I'm so excited about that I've been hush, 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 hush. And I'm ready to just really honor that part of myself that's real, and to share and to let that part be present, be seen, and be honored. So that's the part I'm reclaiming right now, is my little nerdy self.
Witnessing you, Alexis.
Thanks.
Bringing the bowl for you for that reclamation, amplifying that brilliant part, that super curious part, that part that just wants to know and then wants to share her heart without inhibition, without worrying what people think. That's freedom.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are touching my heart so deeply today.
Aw.
I feel so moved. Thank you for your just the heart you're putting into this. And so for everyone that heard the dandelion story and related and can feel those parts in yourself, is there something you would like to be witnessed in reclaiming, as Alexis said, to bring it in through these winter months that we're going to be facing with more compassion, more love, maybe some forgiveness, some part that is coming back, almost like retrieving it to hold it through the dark time, and bring yourself into more balance and joy? I put on a song it's called The Song of the Inner Child because it feels so appropriate. I can share from my heart that I have a super nerdy creative part that likes to make up songs all the time. I even say I have karaoke Tourette's. I would sing all day. My life would be like a musical. I remember seeing that Bjork movie, Dancer in the Dark. I'm like, that's me. Everything's a beat. Everything's like, so I'm going to reclaim that more and bring that joy and creativity back even more. Thank you for witnessing me. Yes, I'll let you hold them, Alexis, through this part. What could you share?
And it can be something really simple. It doesn't have to be some big story. It can be whatever it is. Alicia names that she's reclaiming her silly self, owning being weird and nerdy as well. Yes, witnessing. All right, I don't know if it's Shauna or Shayna. You're naming to reclaim your voice and creativity. Beautiful. Carol says, I reclaim my playful self. Rhonda is reclaiming the fun, loving, and silly self. Thea Therese says, yes, Alexis, I'm piggybacking, and you're reclaiming your silliness and nerdiness. Beautiful. Lynn and Leaf are presencing the amber taste of dandelion wine. Thank you for this medicine. Corinne says, I reclaim my trust and radiant confidence as a woman.
Woohoo!
Agnes says, I suppress so many parts of me while embracing other people's parts within me. Now I'm reversing that and feel so much freedom, seeing you as free. Joanna is reclaiming her feminine sovereignty.
I've got some shivers and goosebumps right now.
Vida says, I reclaim my zeal for life. Thea Therese, thank you. Keo is saying, I reclaim my self-confidence, spontaneity, and exuberant joy, and release expectations around what I want others to be.
Oh.
Vida is reclaiming peace. Maggie is reclaiming her dancing child. And Terry is reclaiming childlike innocence and joy. I feel the muse here so strongly right now.
Yes. So beautiful. Wow.
Thank you for all that was shared in this. Thank you.
Yes. And you can keep on sharing even after in the replay, share as we've been saying. It makes a difference. I know that we're going to seal this and complete our ceremony soon. And this time is so much about gratitude as well. So I just want to offer this very, very simple little song for a moment, just to feel the spirit of gratitude. And you can sing it with me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this beauty way. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this beauty way. Thank you. One more time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this beauty way. Thank you. My heart is lit up. I feel so much love and this expanded energy right now. Just notice receiving all the beauty of our shares of what we're reclaiming and how that made you feel. This is the magic of co-creative ceremony. We are raising our frequency together. It's so beautiful. I'd like to remind everyone that a grateful, open heart is a dimensional doorway. As soon as you feel gratitude, you are resonating in a higher frequency, you are activating your heart chakra, and you are moving out of the denser frequencies of the ego mind that keep us stuck in separation consciousness. So use this key ongoingly. Return to gratitude. Speaking of, Alexis, I think this is time to complete the ritual with our gratitude piece. Will you lead that as well, love?
Sure. So this is just a chance for you to really share what it is that you are grateful for right now. What is it that you are grateful that is already present? And maybe it's even something that is in a time of harvest or coming to fruition in your life. So feel free to name that in the chat, and knowing that as you name what you're grateful for, that it is amplified. So use this as a beautiful opportunity.
I am overflowing with gratitude for all of you, everyone that showed up today for this ritual, everyone in this community, everyone who's going to be with us in spirit, catching this later. My heart feels so touched by your presence in my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. Ooh, lots pouring in.
They're coming in. Yes. All right. Tara Nova says, gratitude flowers for my voice, which is so resilient.
Yes. Mm.
Terry says, grateful for all the love and support in my life.
I
And
just want to,
Pat, mhm.
yeah, I want to, it's like a brief little thing that here Kim has dropped in our free gift for all of you. And this is a deepening gift around opening the heart, releasing the past, raising your frequency with the power of forgiveness. So you can copy that link as the chat is scrolling. Kim, you can probably pop it in one more time. This is our free gift. Thank you for staying to receive it. And we're going to continue to read the gratitudes now.
Okay, coming back. Pat says, grateful for this day and for you. Blessed be. Joanna says, I am grateful for being able to connect like this on Zoom and social media. Yes.
Yeah, me too. The positive use of technology, it is awesome. Blessed be.
Yo says, I'm grateful for my open heart and my dear family and friends that support me and love me just as I am. Rhonda says, I'm grateful for my family, for my friends, and for my resilience. Carol is grateful for all the love and support that I'm receiving and giving. Also grateful for this session today. Shayna says, I am grateful for my initiations. And I'm grateful for all the versions of me that got me to this point in my life. Beautiful. Terry says, thank you for your generous gifts, compassion, and your time.
It's our joy, our honor.
Kyo says, grateful to be so surrounded with so much beauty in nature. Sarah says, grateful for the beautiful eclipse season and equinox expansion. Also for the beautiful way showers who have assisted my journey. Pamela says, I am grateful for all the kindness, love, and support. Agnes is grateful for the now moment. Thank you for presencing that. Carol is grateful for life. Maggie is grateful for her health, having the chance to take dance classes, for the support of your beloved husband and family, and grateful for this generous event. Thank you for sharing. Dia Therese says, I experience maximum gratitude for opening with you to my freedom to honor beauty and ceremony and celebration. Thank you, Dia Therese. Corrine says, grateful for opening of my heart while receiving all of your loving energy and gifts. Alicia says, I'm grateful for all the support from loved ones and myself to be able to see the beauty and the sacred in everything and for the simple sensory pleasures of this life on earth.
Ah, feels so good. I have had this huge smile. My cheeks are actually aching from how much gratitude and love I'm feeling. Thank you, everyone. This is our time to lift it to the one, to bless each other and to open our hearts by lifting and opening and raising our hands and offering all of this beauty to the one heart for all beings. Whoosh! I can feel all these sparkles just radiating. I loved our ceremony. What a wonderful, wonderful way to spend this day. Thank you again for showing up for yourself and being with us. I look forward to the next time to be with you. We're going to be back. I'm going to Egypt, which is epic. I'll stay connected on social media. If you're not following me, you can follow me. I guess, Kim, can they find me through my website or, yeah, just Eden Amadora on social media? I'll post images of the beautiful goddess temples in Egypt and share about my journey. And then we'll be back with mystical insights in a few weeks. And I look forward to being with you all again soon. Thank you so much, Alexis. I'm just going to bring you in one more time so we can say goodbye together. Yay. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for sharing this powerful ritual, for all the heart you brought. Just loved your pieces. And let's just bow to everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Blessings to all on this equinox. Use the gift. We gifted you something really special. There's actually two gifts. One is the forgiveness ritual, and the other is a deepening Mabon autumnal equinox for you to like really utilize the energy in the next few days. So enjoy the gifts. Only love. Only love.